Hey y'all, what it is, what's up? It's your girl Brittany back, better another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is, you know I post frequently. Come on y'all, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing it Dougie what or Dougie into this video. Click the link down in my description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. If you can't do that today, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. We're over there doing Valley Girls, Marked and Parked, and 18 Young and Turn, and we are transitioning over to some new shows, so make sure y'all go check that out if you want to see what I'm talking about over there and see that we can't discuss over here. All right, y'all, without further ado, come on, let's get into this video. So in today's video, we are discussing Dolly and Tesehki. Now, these are all my thoughts because last week, last weekend when we heard that they had got defined and that Dolly, quote unquote, kept up with Tesehki, everybody was like, oh, she kept up with Tesehki. Now she kept up with Tesehki. And the audience members were telling us, like, oh, the first round Tesehki got, Dolly almost fell, but the second round, Tesehki almost fell, and Dolly was able to get some licks out on her. Dolly got to fight with Ivory. She whooped Pretty P, all that. All that's alleged, by the way. I just wanted to give more of my thoughts on these two women. Okay, let me start off with Dolly. With Dolly, I don't feel like Dolly deserves another season because she wasn't doing that but being security most of the season, and her hand being like broke, fractured, fingers being broke, fractured nose, just all of these injuries. She did not mind getting out there with Pretty P. Every chance she got, she wanted to run it with Pretty P. Every chance. Pretty P a blink, she up. Come on, let's fight. But with Tesehki, didn't say nothing, didn't do nothing. We finally get to like the last, like damn near like fourth to fifth last episode, and she's finally discussing fighting Tesehki. And I'm like, we have went through so many episodes. Like when you had got punched in the face and y'all got defined was damn near at the beginning of the season. It's damn near the end of the season, and you just now finally giving a pinch of why you haven't got your lick back. And I get it with Tesehki. She is one of them type of people that you got to be powered up the whole way. You can't have no type of injuries because she is going to whoop you. And I do think because Dolly went so hard at the audition, we as the viewers were expecting so much more out of her. And I think even she was expecting so much more out of her during the season. But it didn't land. The plane did not land like that, okay? So with that, I feel as though because she's so fragile, that's number one why I really don't need her back on my screen. She's too fragile. If they do the reunion and then in 2 weeks, they have to get back on the plane and go to Africa, she is not going to be in the shape that she need to be able to go to Africa. She's not simple. And to me as a viewer, I don't need you to be getting tore up so hard to where if they book you tomorrow, you can't be ready. You can't be touched. You got to sit out the full season. That's annoying to me. And let me add this in there. I don't feel as though she needs overhyped brownie points because she kept up with Tesehki. At the end and at the beginning of the day, Tesehki still won the round. And Tesehki obviously won both rounds if we just being honest, because they said allegedly Dolly did not come back out after that second round, and Dolly did not want to fade Tesehki no more. So them hits was hitting. Them hits were hitting. She was really teaching her something. Y'all know, as soon as she get to find, let me teach you, mommy, let me teach you. She had to be teaching her something, okay? So, to me personally, I just don't feel like because you kept up with her, you deserve another season. Because if we just being honest, if you didn't have some of there, you would have been on the elimination block early on in the season. Because you wasn't doing that but standing around and making sure that you looked cute and had a brace on your hand. So to me, like I said before, I just don't believe that she did enough this season to come back. I just don't believe that. And with a lot of them coming out saying that, she was asking Anna, like, hey, let's get into it. Like, the script situation, and Tesehki denying it. Anna saying, like, no, it is. Her saying, like, it wasn't scripted. Her and Tika going back and forth. She saying that Tika apologized. Tika saying, like, I would never apologize to you. It's just too much for you to catch your fades. Like, when it was time for you to be catching your fades, you catching conversation. When we saying do them like you was doing them girls at the audition. Like, you from Memphis, ain't you? Teach these girls what a Memphis girl look like, act like, get down like. Like, that's what more so, in my opinion, I'm looking for when it comes to Dolly. I don't need somebody to keep being so much security. I need you to be just you. Not you in the confessionals, but you like on the screen. Because I feel as though if it ain't got nothing to do with Summer, you not talking. You or Lex. Obviously, they gonna bring Lex back. Lex was able to really do her thing. So, obviously, they're gonna bring her back. We know for sure they're gonna bring her and Summer back. We know that. But Dolly, I feel as though it's still fickle. Maybe, they feel like she did a good job at the reunion. So, they might end up bringing her back. But right now, before I see it, and two, like I was telling y'all when I did review everything that the audience and everybody was saying, the way they see it is not going to be the same way we see it. The way them cameras and them angles going to be, we're going to probably see it from so many different angles. And mind you, from what I remember last season when they did the audience is not right up on the girls. Like, they a little far back from the girls. And mind you, they're only getting one viewpoint. And two, if I'm not mistaken, it's cameras and stuff right there in some of their viewpoints as well. So they're only getting one view of like what's going on. We're going to be getting so many different angles of what happened, which I'm excited about. I definitely think they're going to put it in like a part 3. I definitely don't believe they gonna show us, it real quick. But everybody overhypes everything, and everybody say, oh, this gonna be the theme of it, and it usually don't even be that theme. When it came to last season, I felt like the bigger theme was more like Biggie getting slapped like a dog by J.O. and her not doing nothing, and the whole Jayla, Gretchen, Kelly situation. I feel like there was the more bigger topics than Tesehki and Diamond. And, we was waiting to see Diamond face, but Diamond did not look like what we seen. The picture did not match the fight. The fight was very weak. Okay, moving on to Tesehki. Now, when it comes to Tesehki, for me, I think that her job is on the line. And I believe that's the reason why she going so hard after her and Dolly got the fine. Because if we really are being honest, Tesehki don't be giving us nothing to the reunion. The reunion is really her time to shine. And I do understand that, we let you come for 3 seasons. And every season, it's like you play the background more and more and more. And you are actually boring. The only thing that's like turned up about you is when you fight. But other than that, you're not a good show to watch. And that's no shade, but that's real tea. Like, you're not a good show to watch. I think that, in my opinion, the reason why she went so hard is because her job is on the line. Like, to be honest. I think that Zeus is tired of her just scrolling through the season without giving them a lot. Obviously, Nunu told us last season when she got into it with Anna, they was trying to pull to see if Tesehki was going to say something. Even with this season, when it came to Anna and Dolly, she was saying, like, you're not fighting her or whatever. And she got in the feel for her friend then. But Tesehki is not a light switch that they can have just go on and off. And I think they're realizing that more and more. When they set a scene up to see what she gonna say, she don't say nothing. But if the scene is not set up for her to say something, then she say something. And I think to a degree, Zeus wants you to be able to turn on and off. When they tell you to turn on, turn on. You know, and I think because they do need Tesehki. Well, to me they did need Tesehki. I don't believe like now they really need her like that, and that's really no shade. I really don't think now that now that like Lex, Dolly is more so there. I believe that this could be her last season, just because she hasn't been given anything, and more as the reunions go, I think we as the audience are gonna get, well, we already tired, but we're gonna get tired of just being like, okay, well, we know Tesehki gonna rock out for the reunion. At some point, that excitement is gonna become boredom. And it's like, oh my God, like, what's she even here for during the season if all she gonna do is just sit there and not give us anything, you know? So I believe personally that in a minute Zeus is gonna cut her off and, you know, wipe their hands with her, just because it take her too long to get in the field. It just takes too long. She might give you a little sprinkle during the season, but it don't be enough to be like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what she do at the reunion. Like, it has to be stuff that's built up over time on the internet for her to then get out there at the reunion. And I just feel like that's takes too long. But I do feel as though her job was on the line. And that's why she went so hard behind fighting Dolly and wanting to keep going round after round after round, because she knows this is really the only time that she really is going to fight like that. So I do think that she was fighting Dolly hard. I do believe that. I think that she was really putting on a show with Dolly's face. And when Dolly didn't want to fight again, she went into panic mode. Her anxiety started going. And mind you, this is just all my opinion. This is not fact. But I think her anxiety started going, and she started thinking about the fact that, you know, they've been trying to squeeze some type of juice out of her to do something. And, you know, if all you gonna give us is 2 fights, really, you know, why do we still need you around? That's personally how I feel. I do like Tesehki. I do. But I don't like her enough to just keep waiting for her to get down where she mad at the reunion. You know, hopefully the audience did not gas the reunion up to be better than what it really is, because I do feel as though a lot of times they do gas it up and it don't be what I imagine in my mind or how they played it out to be. It don't be that. But overall, I am excited for the reunion. I am excited to see the girls get down where they mad at. They said that this is supposed to be, quote unquote, one of the best reunions. I will be the judge of that, because the money I pay, it better be a good reunion. But hopefully it is. Hopefully everybody stood on business. They did what they need to do. Hopefully. But I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bye.